We're live, motherfuckers.
And we're live!
Back with another Astro. Cheers, my guy.
Cheers, cheers. Oh, that is so much better than the shit that we normally drink.
Bro, you have no idea.
You like the Pink Whitney, yeah?
I do. It's pretty good.
Free plug to the boys at Spittin' Chicklets. We got a bottle of Whitney. We got some Screwball. Got some things to expand our mind. But not too far.
Not too far.
Just this the basic level, entry level expansion of brain cells.
Yes.
And depletion at the same time. But it's been a while since we've done an Astro.
It has been a long while.
Thought we'd maybe give the the Christianity and all that stuff, the King James Bible a rest, and dive a little bit into one of the oldest religions known to mankind, Buddhism.
The fourth largest.
Fourth largest.
Fourth largest in the world.
So does it go Christianity?
I don't know the actual. I just know it's the fourth.
Christianity, Islam, maybe Hinduism.
What about Judaism?
Judaism is actually not as much as you'd think.
Really?
I don't think. I'd have to look into it. I could pull that up in a second. But yeah, you have kind of surpassed me in the knowledge of Buddhism, which is extremely limited.
Well, Astro was my idea, so when you bring up a topic that you want to talk about, I want to make sure that I am well informed on this topic.
Mm-hmm.
Not a expert.
You're not a monk.
But I'm well informed, and I think I'm well informed in Buddhism, and I like it, but there's one flaw, and we will get to that, and it's towards the end, so you got to listen to the whole fucking thing, fuckers. Sucks to be you.
Just fucking ride it out, okay?
Fucking Sergeant Brubby, I know you'll be out there till the end.
Yeah.
Sergeant Brubby's friends, I know you'll be out there till the end because you're with Sergeant Brubby listening to this right now.
Salute the troops.
Salute the troops.
And
love you
guys.
guys.
Into Buddhism. So actually, before we start, did I ever give you that book?
Which book is?
Remember the book that I gave you? I don't know if you ever read it. I read some of it. It was like What the Buddha Taught. It was written
I've seen that
in the
book.
70s.
I don't know if I've read that book or if I have that book.
I probably lost it. I don't know. I'll have to find it somewhere. But it's kind of it is the one religion that is so easy to get into and kind of try to understand without thinking irrationally and needing a whole lot of faith. You just need reason. You just need a little bit of rationality and reason.
I would say that Buddhism is like the gateway religion. Because this is the first one that you can get into where you don't specifically have to devote yourself to a god or a deity because they don't have those.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just promote yourself to the belief of being a better person and then go into something more meaningful, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the right word that I'm trying to say, but that's the best way.
Enlightened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if this is the end-all, be-all religion. I don't know. I like this a lot. In my research in it, I like it. I think this is something that we should possibly go deeper into.
I'm down with that.
But there's one flaw.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that.
So I want to say on the side of Buddhism, it's one of those where you don't feel almost pressured into the religion, whereas the pressures of other religions have been so prominent from years past. Like the majority of this religion is based in the East Asia, Central-ish East Asia.
Yep.
And look at the rest of the world and how much, for example, Christianity has been spread, and then Islam has been spread throughout the Middle East, starting in the Middle East, throughout everywhere. Well, this doesn't spread because it's more of like you have to discover it on your own type of deal, not have it pushed down your throat.
That's the big thing about Buddhism is they're not trying to go out and recruit people. If you want to be a part of it, you have to find out about it on your own and then become a part of it.
It's like the libertarian fucking religion in a way. It's like libertarianism is the same type of way. I almost let it go out, so here. But yeah, it's more of like you have to discover it and figure out your own path.
Yeah.
Of finding it. Kind of like, climbing Mount Everest in fucking Tibet. It's a journey with a lot of dukkha.
A lot of dukkha.
Yeah.
You know what dukkha stands for?
It stands for trash, right? Or suffering.
Suffering.
That's it, suffering.
Suffering.
I think of it as shit, too. So you have to go through a lot of shit.
You got to go through a lot of shit.
Life sucks. It's full of shit. It's full of dukkha.
It's actually one of the main mantras of Buddhism is that everything is a cycle of dukkha and rebirth. Suffering and then rebirth. So every living thing, every sentient being is suffering as they live. And then when they die, they get reborn. And the path to nirvana or enlightenment is a way to break that cycle. That is what Buddhism is all about, is getting to enlightenment so that you can come back and help those to gain enlightenment. So you become one of these deities that you see on these meditations. Not deity is the wrong word. Spiritual. What did I say? Spiritual being. Sorry, I gotta look over my notes.
There's a lot of different terms, and they're also very hard to pronounce.
Oh yeah,
perfect for us.
So a lot of these I have taken the English translation and haven't even tried with the Sanskrit bullshit fucking
the OG language,
Pali language, whatever the fuck they.
So what did you have? What did you have at the top? Let's go through your list. My first introduction into Buddhism, there was 3 sentences, and honestly, I'll give you. I listened to Buddhism for Beginners. Beautiful. There's a plug.
Fuck it.
Was it on like Spotify?
It was on Audible.
It's on Audible.
It was on Audible. It was a 4-hour book.
You listened for 4 hours?
I listened for the whole fucking thing.
Wow.
I'm on my 3rd book, bro.
Wow. You are advanced.
Dude, when I'm working, I just listen to books now.
Hit that, or here, let me spark it for you, and then.
But so one of the very first paragraph had 2 sentences that I adored about a religion. The first one was, you need to always stay skeptical, followed by always ask the questions that you have.
Love it. Is that not what we do on this podcast?
That is exactly what I do every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do every day, is I ask questions because I want to know.
You ask questions, and what was the other one? Doubt everything?
Be skeptical.
Be skeptical.
Be skeptical. So don't look at everything that you see as truth and ask all the questions you want, because asking questions is healthy.
And it's that's like one of the foundational. Think beyond the box.
Yes.
And think beyond what authority could be telling you. Especially ones that you can't see with your own eyes and ears.
For sure. A lot of religion is you have to have a faith aspect to it.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the faith aspect to it, then who the fuck knows? I mean, that's not really a religion at that point, right?
No, I mean, it's more of just a angry mob.
Yeah,
in most
it's just
cases.
a riot, fucking pieces of shit.
Mostly peaceful, but fiery riot.
So, let me read my notes a little bit. So, Buddhism originated in South Asia around the 5th century BCE.
That's a while ago.
That is a very long
500
time.
BC, so you're looking at about 2,500 years ago. That's an old religion.
It's pretty old.
Am I good on that math? Does that math check out? I think I'm a little short.
No, it's right around there.
It's about that, yeah.
It's about that. So there is some questioning about how it originated with the person. So the person that originated Buddhism is Buddha.
Yeah, the Buddha.
The Buddha.
He called himself the Buddha, right? Afterwards, that wasn't his given name.
No, he called himself Buddha. And Buddha means the awakened one. So there is some scrutiny to what or who he was. One of them that I have is, I'm going to murder this name, Prince Siddhartha Gautama.
Gautama?
Yes.
Siddhartha Gautama.
So
I'm going with that.
Yeah. So
Sid. We'll call him Sid for the sake of argument.
All right. So Sid renounced all of his princeship, got rid of all of his money, and became a beggar and a meditator.
Yeah, he was loaded. He was rich.
Yes, he was supposedly.
The enlightened one.
There is speculation to that.
Sid had some fucking money.
Yeah.
Right? He gave that shit up to be the Buddha. Selfless.
So they believe that human life is a cycle of suffering and rebirth,
Hmm?
but if one achieves enlightenment, aka nirvana, you can escape this cycle. They don't believe in a god or deity, but there are supernatural figures who can help or hinder you on your path to nirvana.
I like that. Did you know? I was just thinking when you said the cycles or to
Mhm.
break the cycle. It's very similar to when we had your buddy on here and he was saying that we were all in the Matrix, so to speak, to beat the Matrix.
Yep.
Right. Now, I am not comparing. The fuck is that guy's name? Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
To Buddha or Sid. They speak almost the same type of message of breaking the cycle and breaking the system in a way.
He has verbatim said break the cycle.
Probably approach the problem in very different ways.
100%.
So
we'll get into that hard.
He is like the anti-Buddha.
Yes.
But is on the same side in certain ways.
But there are supernatural figures that you will come across in your meditations and your path to enlightenment.
So you're going to meet creatures?
You're going to meet shit, evidently.
Oh, man. Buddhism is so fucking trippy already. I love it.
So, yeah, Buddha renounced his wealth and spent time as a beggar and meditating. He meditated on pretty much goddamn everything.
You meditate every day?
Every day, everything. He fucking...
Did you use his right hand or his left hand for that?
Oh, that's fucked up. And during his meditation, he came up with the middle way.
Yes. What's that called? It's the
middle way.
Isn't there's a word for it though?
Yeah, I didn't put the Sanskrit name for the middle way on here, bro.
I thought you did.
Nah.
I was like, no, not Dharma. I don't know. I was reading your notes on there, but
yeah, the three jewels are Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha.
Okay.
But the middle way, neither extreme religious beliefs or extreme wealth is not the path to enlightenment, but rather a way of life between the two extremes. So you don't need extreme wealth, you don't need to extreme be the dude on the TV set preaching about God. You don't need to be that guy either. You need to be somewhere in the middle. You need to be content, pretty much, is what I get out of that.
You need to be normal.
You need to be average.
Average. Common man. Because the common man goes nowhere. That's Herb Brooks. Sorry. No, I get what he's saying there. You don't need to have an exorbitant amount of wealth. And probably when you have that exorbitant amount of wealth, outside of the preacher, think about the philanthropists and what they use their fucking wealth for. Yep. Bill Gates. Yeah. I think the Buddha has a bone to pick with old Billy G. I think that's exactly what he's probably talking about.
Oh, I'm positive of it. So the very basic of Buddhism is the Four Noble Truths.
Mm-hmm.
The first noble truth is suffering, or
dukkha.
This is everyone and everything living is suffering in some way.
That's life.
Life sucks.
Yeah. Life sucks. Dukkha.
Dukkha.
Dukkha, my man. Dukkha. Sucks.
Embrace the suck and move the fuck forward.
Embrace the suck, Gen Z, and grow the fuck up. Okay, Peter Pan, Count Chocula, we're all duking it out, all right? Enough with your suffering. We're all suffering. It's called life. Go on.
So the second noble truth is the origin of suffering. So I have these words.
Yes, these are the ones that I was looking at. Yep.
This one is samudaya.
Samudaya.
That sounds better.
I get a peek at it. The second one?
Yeah.
It is the Four Noble Truths. Cessation.
No, nope,
that's the origin. That's a giveaway. Samudaya.
Samudaya?
Oh, yeah.
Samudaya. All right, so that is all suffering comes from desire. Desire is explained here as tanhana. Tanha?
Yeah.
So I guess there is multiple words for desire in Buddhism, which causes some confusion as well. Just
causes probably a lot of debate in where they branch out into different. Yeah, I know.
Correct. The third noble truth is the cessation of suffering. This is Nirodha.
Nirodha.
It is possible to stop suffering and achieve enlightenment, a.k.a. nirvana.
So I want to say on the one before that.
The
Samadaya.
origin?
Yeah, the origins.
Okay.
So desire could mean a lot of different things. And that's why I think most people today are miserable because they desire what they can't have.
100%.
They truly, the average person will never have what they truly desire, probably. A very select few, unless you set realistic expectations for yourself.
Do you want my hot take?
Undersell, overdeliver.
You want my hot take?
Yes.
Is that we don't need the internet.
Yeah, that's a desire in a desire to be some other people.
Not even
desire
that
to be
way.
someone else.
Not even that way. It makes your dreams seem attainable.
I don't know if dreams. Yes,
It makes you see. It makes you
Compares
seem
you to
like
other
your
people.
dreams are attainable.
yeah,
And I'm sorry, some of your dreams aren't attainable.
yeah.
Some are very lucky. Some fall into the like that Dylan Mulvaney fucking guy.
Oh, don't. Fuck.
That dude falls into money, and I don't even understand how. But some people
easy to
have
say.
that. Some people just fall into shit like that.
Well,
Most
they're
people,
given it.
a.k.a. BJFF and Johnny Anchors, have to work extremely fucking hard.
Mhm.
And I will
They get a slim chance.
And I will be honest, I have not been working that as hard as I should be on this. And I want to get better, and that's why I went so fucking. I'm deep diving into everything now.
Good.
But-
you've dove fucking balls deep into Buddhism, so
Fucking
I'm
A.
proud of you for that.
But in order to achieve anything, the first thing that you have to instill is hard work and accomplishment. And New York actually went into a step in the right direction by getting rid of the fucking participation trophy. So I saw that law or whatever went into effect. Act.
The law
Yeah, the governor said no more participation trophies.
for what? Sports?
Yeah.
They actually made that a law.
Yeah.
What?
That's a step in the right fucking direction. These kids need to learn how to fucking lose, because this entire world doesn't know how to lose. And look at the bullshit we got going on.
Well, they don't know how to be told no. They don't-
Exactly.
They know they how to just kind of like be sidetracked, and they get impatient because they're spoiled. And most people are. They have, like you said, the desire of things and dreams of mostly just objects. Like, think about all the objects people buy. If you have a lot of money, like a decent amount, you live in maybe not even the top like one. I'm talking like maybe the top 40, 50. They get things that they have that they really don't need, and then they try to get to the next level.
Yep.
And then they're like, all right, I got to make even more money, get even more things, because what I have now is not sufficient. You always desire more. So people are never breaking any of this.
I have the 2,000 square foot house. I need the 5,000 square foot house now, with the 1,400 square foot garage and the barn in the back.
The 98-inch flat screen TV to go
I need to
with.
have the movie theater room. I need to have 4 bars in my house now.
Yeah.
I need to have an elevator now.
With
Like,
with
why
a
do you
personal
need all
chef.
this shit? Go up the fucking stairs, you fat ass. Unless you have a medical fucking necessity for an elevator in your house, go fuck yourself. Walk up the goddamn stairs.
Elevator in my crib because it's 5 floors. I'm not expecting you to have one inside yours.
Why is your house 5 fucking floors?
Yeah. Well, they buy mansions.
You have 19 fucking kids?
But like,
No?
I mean, that could be, well, Phil Rivers. That's the first thing I thought of.
Okay,
That guy's
Phil-
if you got Phil River money and you got 19 kids or however many fucking kids he has, you
More
need
power
it.
to him. Good job.
Phil
Go-
Rivers should come up with a movie that's like a take on the Sound of Music, where it's just all those kids, and it's get rid of the Nazi part of it. And if you want to put it in there, make it real fucking Christian, because he's a man of God.
Oh, yeah.
And redo the Sound of Music, but a sports theme with Philip Rivers and his children. I don't know. The only thing is, I don't think he can fucking sing. I'd have to bet money that man can't fucking sing. Philip Rivers, if you're out there and you can sing, there's a movie pitch for you. I got you. I will rewrite the script for you, buddy.
This went weird.
Yes.
So
Philip
the
Rivers-
fourth noble truth is the path to the cessation of suffering, or MAGA.
MAGA.
And that's with 2 G's, people.
That's 2 G's, just
2
to correct.
Gs.
Yes, we want to make that clarification for everyone out there, all right? Don't cancel us. Don't cancel us.
Yeah. So the path to the cessation of suffering all talks about the middle way, which is the path to nirvana and how to get there.
Nirvana.
So a lot of people know this common term, maybe not know that it's with Buddhism, but karma is all about Buddhism. Buddhism is karma. Karma is Buddhism.
They call it almost other people call it Dharma Buddha.
Buddha Dharma.
Buddha Dharma, yes.
Buddha Dharma. So the class that I was going to go to was from the Dharma Refuge. Wasn't able to actually go to that, but it was there. So karma, the actual definition is person's good or bad actions in the past or past lives can impact their future and future lives.
Oh, shit.
So any action that you take,
yes,
whether good or bad, has consequences down the road.
In your next life. Yes.
In this life or the next life.
Yes. Oh, that existential.
Yes. So it's... Karma's a bitch.
Karma's a bitch.
Karma's a bitch.
That's one of the oldest sayings that people would associate Buddhism to, in the fact that I like, most people think it's like if you come back as a piece of shit, or you come back as a fucking snail in your next life.
Yeah, see, I didn't want to try to get into the reincarnation, but we can. So the reincarnation is all about a rebirth.
Yes.
So I watched that movie 7 Years in Tibet, and it brought this better into light for me. That's a great movie, by the way. It's from 1997 with Brad Pitt and this kid that plays the Dalai Lama. It's based on a true story.
Plays the Dalai Lama.
Yeah, it's just some kid that plays the Dalai Lama. But it's based on this guy going to Tibet for 7 fucking years and befriending the 14th Dalai Lama. Mm-hmm. And I'll get into what the Dalai Lama is in a minute. So this Dalai Lama kid had a projector, and he wanted a movie theater. And he's the fucking Dalai Lama. So who's going to say no to the fucking Dalai Lama?
Yeah.
Fucking nobody. So the only person that could do it was this architect who came to Tibet to visit with the Dalai Lama.
Yep.
So he starts mapping out the land, gets all of the villagers to help him and start digging.
Yeah.
Cuts a worm in half.
He cuts a worm in half?
One of the diggers cuts the worm in half. All construction stops. All. The one man got all of his buddies together to try and save this worm. And when this foreigner comes to the guy and is like, "What are you doing?" The guy said, "This could have been mine or your mother. How are you to know? Therefore, we must not hurt any breathing thing, because it could be a relative that we once knew."
Damn.
So that brought reincarnation into my life a little bit better, clearer. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like, if you believe in reincarnation, then literally any living thing could be any part of your family that you don't know, that you might be a part of.
That's the type of shit you sell to make people go vegan.
So there is some scrutiny to...
Don't they eat meat?
They do. Okay, some of them do.
Yeah.
Some of them are vegan. Some of them are vegetarian.
Yeah, so most of them don't eat meat.
I was going to get into this next anyway. So good segue.
Yeah.
So most of the Mahayana, so there's 3 divisions of Buddhists. Mm-hmm. The first division is Mahayana.
Mahayana.
This is in China, Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea. So those are mostly your vegans.
The northern Buddhists.
Yes. So they emphasize on the role models of beings that have achieved enlightenment but return to teach humans.
Mm.
So they believe that someone has become enlightened, come back, and is now teaching everybody else forward. They call
someone who's enlightened, like a monk?
Yes.
Okay.
Whoever achieved nirvana.
Achieves nirvana during their lifetime.
Yes. And then has been reborn
while
into a
alive?
teacher.
Maybe.
Seesaw in it, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
like I said, I'm well informed. I'm not an expert.
Not an expert, but well informed. Well informed, dumbass Buddhist.
Yes. So they call these humans Buddhishatavas.
Okay.
I'm butchering this.
That's
name.
fine. You're doing great, honey.
So we got the next one is Theravada.
Yep, that's the big one.
This is Sri Lanka, Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, and Myanmar. So this one emphasizes on monastic lifestyles and meditation as the way to enlightenment. So Theravada is the one where it takes generations to become enlightened.
Whoa.
This is the longest process. This is the hardest process.
It's probably the most legit.
I don't think it is, actually. I think the third one is the most legit. But this is probably the cult-like Buddhists.
The diehards?
The diehards who are only monks, who only stay at the monastery, who never have sex, are celibate, go and live in caves for 30 fucking years. That's those people.
If it takes generations, then
how the fuck are you to
How the hell are you supposed to do it when you're celibate, you dumbasses? Are they just fucking circle jerking each other? Sorry. I mean, on the Tibetan side. Didn't mean to piss you off if you're listening out there on the Tibetan side.
So then we get into, I don't want to say my favorite one, but it is my favorite one.
Okay.
It's
so you're leaning towards this one.
Vajrayana, and that's terrible. It's
the long one. V.
Yeah. Vajrayana. Look that shit up. So this is the tantric way.
Okay.
Now it sounds sexual. It's not.
Ooh,
but this is the faster way to enlightenment, where we can do this in our lifetime, starting whenever. At 90 years old, if you can achieve enlightenment if you follow the path, if you follow the path and are steadfast about it.
I like it.
So this one is the one from Tibet. This is the one that the Dalai Lama is a part of. And the Dalai Lama, if you don't know what the Dalai Lama is supposed to be the Buddha, the originator of this Buddhism, reincarnated. So right now we are on the 14th Dalai Lama. And it's supposed to be that prince or whoever that guy was reincarnated 14 times, and that's this dude.
Okay. The selection process, do you know anything on that side?
I do not. Did
you know that he's a big hitter, the Lama?
He's a big hitter?
Caddyshack. Big hitter, the Lama. He looks to stiff me. No, I do not know how the selection process goes. You want some? Here. Oh, yes. There. El Fuego.
I'll take that too, though.
Why not?
But yeah, those
14.
That's
not that many.
No.
That's a significantly less amount of presidents we've had, and the Dalai Lama's probably been around a lot longer.
So the Dalai Lama, you got to remember, the Dalai Lama is treated like the Pope from birth. There is always guards around him. He has to sit above everybody else. He gets to eat before everybody else. Everybody has to say grace to him. People have to climb mountains just to fucking visibly see him. It's fucking insane. So I could see why from birth you get that treatment. You are never sick because everybody comes in contact with somebody before they come in contact with you. So if you got a cough, you're not seeing the llama today. Go the fuck home, bitch. But so you're never getting sick. You always have top food. You're always getting praised. You are never wanting. You're never stressed.
That's pretty.
Why wouldn't you live to 120? So why wouldn't you have only 14 of these motherfuckers if they're living centuries long?
Yeah,
because they're treated so well.
So the selection process, we don't really know, but they are selected from birth.
From birth.
Damn.
From birth, they are selected.
They start that shit young.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers. The Pope, I know, is not as much of as birth type of thing.
No.
But it's more of...
It's an election process.
Yeah, it's an election. It's like a democratically elected leader of a religion, which is ridiculous. And if you want to claim whatever you want about Buddhism, but at least they have some type of belief that decides this child is not just, they don't half-ass it. They're like 100% certain. This child will be the next Dalai Lama, and it is the Buddha reincarnated.
This is the Buddha reincarnated. There is no second thought. This is it. And I don't know if it's like the first birth in Tibet following
right
the death
Yeah.
of I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. I was kind of thinking it was probably like the first child or like the night of.
Yeah, it's up to like that.
night.
So there are a couple of stages in life. I told you that it's all a cycle of suffering and rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
But there is this middle stage of unknowing where you don't know. You could be so sorry that I'm fucking this up, but I'm trying.
You're giving it your
all. When you die,
mm-hmm.
there is a there is a time span
mm-hmm.
from when you die to when you get to the reborn period, rebirth
it's almost
period.
like purgatory.
Yes. So they say that it takes a couple hours to a couple days for your actual essence to leave your body.
Okay.
So once you are announced dead, they say leave your body the fuck alone for a couple days.
Okay.
Now, with modern technology and the chance to harvest organs for possibly susceptible donors and stuff, they've kind of been more lenient about this.
Loosened it.
They said, okay, a couple hours. We'll be good in a couple hours. Just give me a couple hours. Kind of makes me wishy-washy on the whole fucking thing. Like, how do we just make up these rules?
Yeah.
But whatever.
As we move along in society and science, the religion changed.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know. But, whatever. So you got, from the moment you die, you have a couple days or hours. And then your essence leaves your body.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have from literally 0 seconds to 49 days to be reborn. Now, what a lot of people don't understand about reincarnation and the rebirth is in no way does it say anything about just on Earth.
Ooh. I want to ring the bell.
So Buddhism is actually not against extraterrestrial life.
Different worlds.
Because everybody asks, okay, if we're just reincarnating, why are there so many fucking people? Like, wouldn't we just be a constant circle?
Mm-hmm. When we remember,
we would have maybe a little bit of an up and down, but we would not have this vast expanse of people and then a vast contraction. It would be relatively the same amount of people on the earth at the same every given day.
And if you're reincarnating into other, like you said, living beings, right?
Yeah.
All living beings.
Yes.
So any living thing on the planet could be a person who had recently died. Like think of like a kitten that was just born yesterday.
Yep.
That could have been a woman that died 2 months ago.
That could have been your mother.
Yeah.
That could have been your father. That could be your grandparents.
Yeah.
But then when you think about everything on Earth just being in a cycle of rebirth and reborn, we have an influx of population, so there has to be something from elsewhere that is in an influx from other realms.
Other realms, okay, yep. Other dimensions,
maybe.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
you got me interested on the dimension, baby. I mean, look at this fucking studio.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It's unbelievable. It's how we haven't discovered Buddhism earlier. But yeah, dude, it would make sense. It could be the fact that because you're in so many different realms. Think about dreams. I've always long had that theory. That when you dream, you're actually going to different dimensions or different parallels.
I like that theory. Buddhism doesn't say that about dreams.
Yeah, do they not think of anything of dreams?
No, they think of something as dreams, but they think that is your desire, is your dreams.
They think that is desire.
They think desire is.
There's no branch of Buddhism that thinks that the dreams are possibly related.
So the problem with this is this is the other word for desire that I did not write down and did not do much research into because it seemed fucking complicated as fuck.
We're getting there, baby steps.
But they said somewhere along the lines, so there's different, like you said before, there's different kinds of desire. Like you can desire wealth or you can desire your dog don't die.
Mm-hmm.
So in both scenarios, there's going to be suffering. Either A, you desire wealth, so you're suffering because you don't have that wealth,
or power,
or
lust,
any of that,
any of the sinful stuff.
Or option B, you're making your dog suffer because you don't want it to die. So there's both. That's kind of the differences of desire.
Your dog's dukkha.
Yeah, that's difference of desire in Buddhism. But there's two different words and they mean completely different things.
Yeah.
Where like it's obviously way different to desire money,
tangible items,
instant
gratification.
So I want my dad back, like that's completely different desire.
Yeah.
And they have a different way of explaining it, and I did not prepare on that desire.
No, that makes sense. Those are two very different desires because they're two different kind of emotions.
Yeah.
The one of them is, I mean, in a way, it's almost just trying to decrease your suffering, but for one reason, a moral one in a way.
Yeah.
And an understandable, and the other one is a greedy way of doing it, which anyone can be.
So what they say about that is on whatever your desire is notice that it's a desire and meditate on it. If it's something to be, your meditation will show you the way to it. If it's something not to be, your mind will go blank. So
that's kind of the key to meditation is what you're saying?
I guess.
So you
I did not do a lot of. I tried to.
Did you meditate?
What?
Did you meditate?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm still not really in the understanding of how to start. Everybody says just put on music and just zone out, but I don't think that's exactly what you're supposed to do because I have a problem of clearing the chatter in my head, and the only time that the chatter is clear is when I'm talking. Because I have to think about what I'm saying next. As soon as my mouth is shut, my mind's a-going. I'm listening, but I got 15 other things going on in my head.
Yeah, you got a lot of gears going.
I gotta figure out on how to calm my mind.
Do you know the noise that they use? It's the common chant.
The om. So that is supposed to when you're Oh, I'm sure. And that is supposed to, so you just listen to that. But then my mind goes, why the fuck am I listening to these grown-ass men just... Like, I start going ape shit. So I think if I go through I think it's going to take me a while to actually meditate because I think I have to go through all of those thoughts and that train of thoughts before I can get silence. And then I can ask a question and literally just contemplate that question.
And that's the meditation aspect.
That is the meditation aspect.
You completely slow everything.
Pretty much. In your mind. Yes.
I will say a lot of people or like if you I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
We're in a situation where, you have a kid and they're stuck underneath. Something crazy's happened.
People call that adrenaline, but yeah, I get you. Yeah.
I think that's part of it.
100%.
And I think meditation in a way is adrenaline, nerves, doubts, paranoia, anything that could get in the way, anything that could get in the fucking way of it.
Just melts away.
Yeah. I think that's where the sounds and the chants do help because if it's just silence, it's just yourself and your thoughts and you're going to fucking twist yourself into a pretzel.
Yeah.
So constant sound, even if it's something different. I don't think music, especially none with any words in it, is going to be any kind of help. It would have to be just tones, like certain tones that you find peaceful. It doesn't even have to be om. It could be something else. But the om is what they say is like the one.
Yeah.
To use that it works for everybody because it's just the most basic sound.
Yeah.
Probably the most, I think the satellite disc that they shot out to space had om on it.
Really?
I think so. It's one of the most famous sounds in the world. Everyone knows that. Even people from old. When was the first time you ever made fun of a Buddhist? 9?
I don't
10?
know.
Like, it's been a while.
Well, yeah.
It always was that, Like everyone's always fucking used that.
It's that and woosah.
Yeah.
Woosah. I don't know if that's Buddhism though. Is that Buddhism? I think it is.
It could be fucking.
All right, so there are 5 precepts.
The precepts? Are these
that
like
you have
people?
No.
Oh, these are like steps.
These are like oaths.
Oh, so you have to kind of swear a little bit, a little pledge of allegiance.
A little bit of a pledge.
The Dalai Lama who sits on his hill.
They ask,
"Hey, don't think we stopped doubting too over there, Dalai Lama. Fucking show you a fucking peaceful time."
So
gets all to eat fucking good food first. All right, go ahead.
There are 5 precepts. There are 5 tasks that the Buddha would like you to undergo while you're in Buddhism. Okay. The first one is, I undertake the training precept to abstain from the onslaught of breathing things.
Okay.
So that could be interpreted amongst many things.
Amongst monks.
Amongst monks. That's a good one.
Amongst the monks.
But basically this means no murder.
Capital crime.
Yeah, no mass killing. None of that.
You ain't going to fucking... You coming back as a shoe heel.
And back to the vegetarian thing. So they necessarily don't care that you kill animals, but they'd rather you kill a cow over a shrimp, because one killing of a cow feeds many. You have to kill many shrimp to feed one man.
Wow!
So they
value life that much.
Yes. So they feel.
So they don't want us to eat the bugs.
They don't want us to eat the bugs. Because you would need to kill a lot of bugs in order to feed a human.
Fuck you, Klaus Schwab.
They would actually rather us
eat
bring
cows.
back the mastodons to kill them off again, because they would feed a lot of fucking people, and I bet that meat is just fucking.
Oh my god! Can you imagine a fucking mastodon burger?
Oh my god, dude!
Oh, mastodon venison. Damn. Well, I mean,
I don't think that works that way.
No,
mastodon sausage? Is that what you're trying to say?
Mastodon sausage, yeah. Listen to the venison. Whoops.
Venison is dirt.
Venison is the dirt.
Dirt.
I'm going to say the mastodon, though. Wouldn't that taste like elephant? Do people eat elephants?
I don't think they can anymore. I think it's illegal at this point.
So I'm just saying, like, that meat, someone's got to have eaten it before.
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably not anymore.
I'm sure it's available.
It's on some menus.
I'm sure it's available.
Am I going to name the names? You can come up with the countries yourself, especially if you're in Sergeant Brubby's group. There's the hidden secret. Find us a country where elephant is on the menu.
There you go. Yeah. Email it to us.
Naughty.
I bet you Ramsey can find some elephant.
Don't go on 4chan.
I bet you Ramsey can find some elephant.
All right. Let's see who can find us some.
Bobby Flay?
You think
Flay can't find some elephant?
I bet you that sick son of a bitch, he's already soulless. He probably cooks up elephant on the side.
Guy Fieri?
No, Guy Fieri's a good guy. He's from Flavor.
But you don't think he can come in contact with some elephant?
I'm sure they've dabbled. And a couple safaris here and there after a few drinks.
You don't think he's had a taste of the white rhino? That fucking mythical creature.
The white horn?
Yeah.
Or is that whatever, it's rhino horn.
Rhino horn.
Yeah.
Isn't
it's like the shit that they take from the rhino, why they're going extinct.
Yeah.
They sell them in, I think, China.
It's like an aphrodisiac or something, right?
It's supposed to keep you alive. It's supposed to be like the elixir of life.
Really?
Is the rhino horn. Yeah.
Those fucking things are dinosaurs.
Maybe it's true. Who knows?
Who the fuck knows?
I don't support it. Fuck China.
China. So the second precept. You ready?
Let's hear it.
I undertake the training precept to abstain from... Can't read my writing. Taking what is not given.
Okay, so no means no.
Correct.
You hear that? You can't find
no.
enlightenment if you don't understand the word of consent.
If you don't exchange something...
Consent.
For something, then you cannot take whatever you are trying to take.
What's the I always fuck that up. What's the sexiest 7-letter word there is?
Consent.
Consent. Write that in the bumper sticker.
Put that in your pooper.
You can't take
Consensually
take it in the pooper. I asked first. And then the ass went first.
So anything to say on the do not take anything that is not given?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a commandment. Don't steal.
Pretty much.
Well, it's other. Don't kill. Don't take someone's life. Don't covet thy neighbor's wife. Don't take shit that doesn't belong to you.
So I mostly found that all of religions base what they ask of you on being a decent fucking human being. Mm-hmm. Like that, it's not that hard. Just be a decent human being.
Just be a 50-50 situation type of thing.
Yeah.
Be the decent guy.
Be the
decent guy. Think of
if the guy drops his $20 bill, pick it up and give it back to the guy.
Yep.
Don't put it in your pocket and say, I don't know what you're talking about. Because that asshole, I'm knocking the fuck out.
And karma's a bitch!
Hell, fucking A.
Says the Dalai Lama in his penthouse.
So the third one kind of sucks for the man horse. I undertake the training precept from misconduct concerning sense pleasures.
Sense pleasures.
So anything that is sensual, anything that will affect your sight, taste, hearing, libido.
Oh, so that's you might have thrown that in there yourself.
Well, the libido one, yeah. But basically it says don't fuck around. Don't fuck with a married woman. Don't fuck with a married man. Don't fuck with an unmarried woman that is still underneath her parents. Mm-hmm. Like there's
that's like a commandment, and it's probably a more detailed level of an explanation, more than like Noah's 10 Commandments.
Yeah,
or whatever, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they go into great detail.
Yeah,
you could read honestly. So
it's not Noah. I was just thinking that wasn't Noah. It was Moses.
Moses.
10 Commandments. I was like Jesus.
Don't worry, we'll read it. We'll get there. But where the fuck was I going? You fucked me up with Moses.
On the last one, the fourth precept. The fourth one?
No, we're on the third.
The third one.
The sense pleasures. What the fuck was I going to say? I don't remember. Whatever. Number 4.
It might come back to you in a later segment, and we'll just run it right back with it.
Probably, yeah. I undertake the training precept to abstain from false speech. Don't fucking lie, asshole.
Don't lie. Be honest.
Be honest. And realize that your lie only hurts you and the other person that you lied to.
Yes. It's stealing. It's stealing the other person's
right to the truth. It's stealing thoughts, assholes. Fucking Chinese.
China! It's stealing the other person's right to the truth.
Yes.
Is what it is.
Yes.
So
the next time you lie to your wife about something, just remember, not only are you lying to the wife, you're also lying to Buddha.
You're lying to Buddha.
Karma's a bitch, motherfucker.
He sees you
while you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. His name is Viking Santa.
He's running for Senate. Ho! He's also gonna convert to Buddhism soon.
Do you think the Republicans will still have me?
It was been a long shot from the start.
Let's put another weight on there.
Let's throw him another fucking curveball.
This number 5 is the kind of the bummer, the one that I don't know if I can become Buddhist.
Really, this is your fucking. Is this your flaw?
Yeah, this is my flaw, man.
We have now reached the flaw of Buddhism.
I undertake the training precept to abstain from alcoholic drink or drugs that are an opportunity for headlessness.
Headlessness.
Damn. I take a lot of headlessness stuff.
Well, we just failed Buddhism school.
That's what I'm saying.
There's going to be a new sect, I think.
Yeah. It's got to be, right?
Levartha.
Levartha.
And that's just somewhat of a mangled word for leaving Earthda, which is our own school of Buddhism.
We're making our own religion?
It's basically the top 4.
Yeah.
But with aliens, and we drink and do drugs. That's it. That's really the main changes. Everything else that you said, except for that one last part at the end there.
Yeah.
And then we supplement it with it being a part of it.
All right.
It's almost like you just do like find the complete opposite way of saying that. The complete opposite way of saying.
We'll just double negative it.
Yes,
and we'll be good.
Double negative everything.
Yeah. So I undertake the training precept to abstain from not alcohol drinks or not doing drugs that are an opportunity for headlessness.
So we actually go out and seek the headlessness.
We seek those fuckers out.
Yes, we send us your headless, and we will seek it together.
We gotta go to Sleepy Hollow for this bullshit.
Listen, man, we are down here spitting the facts about Buddhism in our own way. Millennial Americans, this is our Buddhism. You know,
come join us. We sound like a cult.
Send us your headless.
Send us your headless. That really sounds like a cult.
You know, I'm going to print that on a shirt with the fucking Wheel of Buddhism on the back, and we'll see how much that fucking sells.
I bet you it would.
Wheel of Buddhism on the front. Just,
yeah.
And it's leaving Earth kind of like, because the wheel is sweet.
Yeah, I like the
wheel. The wheel is used in more than just Buddhism, too, I think. I think it's also in Shinto, Taoism, whatever, Hinduism.
Well, we're going to get into all of them, so who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
But I think that would be great. The wheel on the front, and then bring us your headless.
Bring us your headless on the back, Jay.
On the back.
Send us your headless.
Send us your headless.
As we are starting a new sect of Buddhism. So, I mean, I support, like you said, pretty much 90% of it, 80% of it. It makes sense. It's like you said, be a good person.
Be a good person.
Be moral. Do the right thing. Don't seek greed. Don't seek things you don't have. Don't take things you don't have.
Instead of leaving Earth coming up with a quote-unquote religion, I think we come up with a new word.
What's the word?
I don't know yet.
Is it not Lavarthta?
That could be the word.
Okay, just throw it in there. Throw it in for contention. Lavarthta.
All right. But I think we need to get away from the word religion. I think the word religion has too many bad connotations to it. It's so negative. Like, I think we need a better way of thinking where it incorporates all of these teachings, which is why I feel like I started this, was to take all of these teachings and take my normal ass brain and try to jumble it all up and see what spits out.
Yep.
And then that will be the not religion, but that will be the new path forward for me. And that will be what I will spread of my thinking. Because I don't necessarily agree with fucking anybody. Everybody can go fuck themselves. It's really, in a normal human's perspective, it is what I want to believe in, what I deem truth, what I deem is moral, what I deem is believable. It's all about the person. It's nothing about community. So
it's very individual.
So if I take that aspect, because I'm a very community kind of guy, I want to help the masses.
Because that's part of the path. Especially of Buddhism, mostly.
Yes,
it's doing the right thing for the community, but also for yourself.
Yes, by enriching the community, you help yourself.
It's gratifying.
Yes.
Self-gratifying is some people do feel it.
Real
philanthropists.
Yeah. So in Buddhism, they believe that when you help the community, you always help yourself in the process, but you have more gratification than if you earned any wealth from doing the same process. Where if you help the community that needed help, like you implemented a sewer system in a community that didn't have a sewer system, didn't get paid for it, but after the job was completed, every single community member came up to you and said, fucking thank you.
Yeah.
Here's bread. Here's wine. Here's my everything that I could give to you. Like, that is so much more gratifying than any money that you could ever get. So I am much like that. I want to help fucking everybody. I know I can't, but I want to.
Yeah.
So if I take the approach of, you know what, fuck everybody. It's about me. Let's look at religion about me. Because right now I don't trust anybody. So I'm going to look into everybody. Today was Buddhism. Next month, maybe Hinduism. Month after that, maybe Taoism. Month
And
after that,
all the East Asian
Judaism.
Yeah.
Month after that, we'll go back into the Bible.
Do some Native American fucking stories.
Fucking
man.
folklore.
Folklore, yeah.
Vikings.
There's a lot of good, dude. We should do an entire episode on folklore.
Bro.
The fucking fairies
Yeah.
in England, the pixies.
The pixies. The leprechauns are supposed to. So you know the leprechauns are based off of fairies in Ireland?
Pixie people, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they were called, yeah.
And did you know that they just found tunnels in the fucking middle of the earth that go fucking 4 miles
You think
deep?
hobbits were based off of?
No. The
Bigger?
tunnels go 4 miles deep. And they found chambers with tables and chairs for 9 foot tall people.
Wow.
There were giants in the fucking middle of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Probably still there.
Possibly. Theory.
They got a good little thing going.
Sorry.
Folklore could get you off into some crazy fucking
Folklore is where you get flat earth people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's also stories that people pass down for generations. It could be true.
Out of folklore, you get Ring Around the Rosie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Ring Around the Rosie actually is? Ring Around the Rosie,
pocket
full of posies, ashes to ashes, we all fall down. They put posies in the people with the Black Plague because they smelled so fucking bad.
Oh.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Because they burn them?
Because they burn the bodies of the Black Plague. Like, all of those fucking nursery rhymes are fucking morbid as fuck.
What's the one? There's the one from Willy Wonka. He goes, you see that the people, they never go in, they never come out. He goes, up the airy mountain, down the rushing glen.
Oh, yeah.
We dare not go a-hunting for fear of little men. That is about aliens, my friend.
Bro, there's a bunch of them.
Or Oompa Loompas.
Even fucking, Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet. Something about that is fucking morbid as shit, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, we should. And we need to start writing these down. Me and T-Rex are actually going to go through all of our past ones and starting next year. So our year starts in September because that's when we started.
Okay.
So starting, we'll call it season 2 of Leaving Earth.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take everything that we said, and we'll talk about that later on the previous episodes, and we're actually going to talk about those.
Yeah.
So we'll actually have a
plan.
Yes.
Wow.
So we'll actually have a plan of what we're going to fucking talk about so we can actually research it and actually, not wing it every fucking time.
Do you have more on Buddhism, though?
No, that is all that I have on Buddhism.
Okay. So I think we covered a good amount of like the basics of what Buddhism is. We kind of went through all of the precepts.
Yeah.
Concepts of what gets you there, the explanation of that we're all suffering, everything. And the big thing on reincarnation, and I think we should definitely add that as a hashtag. Reincarnation. That's pretty crazy to think that when they stop the excavation for a worm and you start thinking like, okay, I eat meat every fucking day.
Yeah.
There's so many
I
possibilities.
eat veal whenever I can.
Yeah, baby cow. That's
like,
someone who
I gotta fucking stop that shit,
that's
right?
Someone who just got reincarnated. They gotta go through the process that early again.
Yeah, like I gotta.
Fuck. They didn't do anything. Maybe they did. You know what? That's probably what I get reincarnated into. Fucking baby cow.
Baby cow
on a fucking veal farm.
There ain't no wild cow.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you come in as a cow, you fucked up, bro.
See, I think Hinduism is the one that doesn't allow you to eat any cows.
Yeah.
They don't let you eat cows. So it's funny that Buddhism and Hinduism are right there next to each other, very similar related.
Yeah.
And the first argument they probably ever had was over the cows.
Yeah. Bro, that's my cow.
And it was the first ever vegan versus meat eater fucking argument.
Yeah.
They've been going on for that long. If you think this is new, we've been fighting the good fight. I'm the got milk generation. Okay? We drank milk every day.
Hell yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I honestly think that's why from 18 to 27 I didn't get sick.
You just drank milk
because I drank milk every fucking day.
Yeah.
From 13 to 27, I
strong bones.
Fucking 2 gallons a week, bro.
Well, vitamin E.
That's probably also why I'm fat. But fuck it.
Well, we all probably lactose intolerant from all the milk we drank.
That's for sure.
All the cheese.
After every fucking glass of milk, man, do I get the squirts. But
oh, yeah. It's so worth it. Especially when I have the steak because they come together. It's at the same time. Get it?
Oh shit.
Yeah, the whole thing about the meat, the animals, the slaughter, that makes you think, hunting, just killing unnecessarily. I must kill a fucking spider a day at home because of bear. Bear makes me slaughter so many. Who knows what they are? It's a living sentient thing.
I am kind of for the eat what you kill, but I need to go kill some things before I say that because I have not yet killed an animal and ate it.
Yeah,
so I would need to do that, which I want to do next year.
Yeah. Well, you gotta get licensed.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing this spring.
I took
and
half
summer.
the course. Forgot to finish the other half.
Well, is it an online course?
I did the online course. Yeah.
Oh,
then you have to do it in person. Like
both. Is that the other half?
You got to do the online first, and then after you complete that is when you can schedule your in class.
All right. Well, wait until I do the online, and we'll do the in class together.
I gotta finish that shit too. If it lets me, I might have to get it again. Gotta fucking buy it.
All right. Well, let's do that. And
it's
our fishing license. We gotta get a fishing license too.
Fishing license is a must every single year. And that's another thing, man. A fish I've seen slaughter before. I mean, I've seen some slaughters before. 40, 50, 60 fish.
So would they be okay with killing a whale?
Think about fish. How many fish?
But would they be okay with sparing the fucking sardine for the whale?
No, they would much rather you take the whale.
Right?
Yeah.
I have a problem with
the marlin. I don't know. They're all the same. That's the whole thing. Isn't that the whole point? Is that you could be fucking reincarnated at any of them? So like I'm not even that much of a slaughter, but I've seen crazy shit with fish. I've done shit. Everyone's young.
What kind of bomb did you put in a fish, you motherfucker?
I never put a bomb into a fish.
What kind of firecracker did you put in?
But you've tossed a few of them. I mean, especially gobies. You fucking use a tennis racket on those things.
Oh my God, you asshole.
I got a lot of
karma's a bitch.
Karma is a bitch, and I probably get the shits because I slaughter gobies every time I go out fishing, and I catch a few fish and we bring them back. But there's years, dude, we bring back like 45, 50 fish.
That's awesome.
That's great. We eat them.
That's perfect.
I think that's the whole point, right?
That is the whole point.
You're feeding the community.
Yes.
We fed the village in Mexico when I went down there for my buddy's honeymoon-ish type thing after he got married.
You went with his honeymoon?
All right, so he went down there with his wife.
Wait a minute.
He went down there with his wife for like
a throuple thing? What
are
we doing?
No. It was like a group of us went down there.
Oh.
Yeah. So they went on their honeymoon for like 5 days.
All right.
And then a group of like 30 people went down for another 6 or 7 days, I think.
God damn.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wrecked that wife.
No, it was. Yeah. Not to my knowledge.
I was not invited.
No.
I was invited, but not to that party.
Yeah, it was like on the other side of the hallway. It had been like 3 or 4 floors down. Not really sure.
So sorry, I had to bring it to that. Karma's a bitch. I'm going to get fucking fucked for that one.
I don't even remember why I was talking about.
That's awesome.
I was talking about we went down for
the
fishing.
Yeah, that's the fishing. Yeah.
Yes, we went down there. It was 6 of us, I think, that ended up going on the charter. Just 2 dudes from the fucking village that was outside of this one huge ass resort, way bigger than the resort that we were staying on. This was like a marina, kind of like inside of it somewhat.
Okay.
And then they put you on the boat. And there's a bunch of people down there. There's a bunch of other boats doing the same type of thing. And go out probably, I don't know, 2-3 miles, like pretty far offshore to actually go fishing for these things. You're like, all right, the only thing they asked for outside of like a little bit of tip money was beer. It was like, just bring, and they kept saying like, bring your beer.
Okay.
So that, we're like, all right, we have to go get beer like outside at a fucking Walmart
in Mexico.
They're like, yeah. They're like, okay. So we did. We stopped, and the guy's like, I'll be right here in the van. And I'm like, holy fuck. So we go in there, and first of all, if you go to a Walmart in Mexico, there's no signage anywhere, but there's things everywhere. They're selling like fucking motorcycles right outside of the Walmart. Like as soon as you walked into the little inside area, like sitting right there, just a bunch of motorcycles, and then just piles of shit, just fucking crates and pallets everywhere.
Nice.
And that's all. And you just had to like kind of weed your way through and find where the beer was. So we're in there, a bunch of gringos just walking around. Everyone's eyes are on us. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing? We grab the beer. We're like weaving between all the crates. And then you get up there and they're like, hola. I was like, hola. Yeah, hola. Give them money. Quick, all right, go. Get outside. We had a good time with the boat. Caught a lot of fish. The moral of my long story is we fed the village.
There you go.
We ate some mahi. They cooked it up for us.
No shit.
2 different ways.
Mahi
Fried.
mahi?
Yep.
That's delicious.
Yeah. And then they took the barracuda and the other mahi and gave it to the rest of the people that
what
were
an asshole, bro.
They all got them.
Well, what about I would have wanted to taste the barracuda.
No, they said you couldn't eat it, but then they did. They must have stronger stomachs.
Ass shit
they must have the stronger stomachs down there to swallow the barracuda. Well, the mahi was fucking delicious.
You can't drink their fucking water, so yeah, they do have stronger stomachs.
I think about it. I could be a pescatarian. I could give up red meats, maybe. If I could just eat fish,
I could totally do this. Maybe
I wouldn't actually, bet on it. Maybe be for like a week.
You just fucking...
I just missed Easter. It's coming up right now. Maybe I do the, a little bit of. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do the next Passover whenever it comes back around. Well, we'll see
and see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll test the waters.
So what? You're just gonna do chicken, fish?
No, I was just gonna do fish.
Just fish? You're gonna go broke.
Let me go chicken in there too.
You're gonna go broke.
I mean, tuna's fish. Chicken of the sea.
Had to throw a Jessica Simpson reference in there.
Love you, girl. Mm-hmm. Those boots are made for walking.
Oh God, she did great in Dukes.
She was fantastic in that movie. She had the Dukes.
She had the Dukes.
She had the daisies on.
Anything else about Buddhism?
So the only Buddhist movie I'd ever seen before was Ace Ventura 2. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And maybe, just I'll have to get a little bit more involved into like the Buddhist recordings. Like I want to listen to what you would listen to.
Yeah.
Because I think reading it is difficult because they always put the actual words.
So I found it difficult. So I would, if I could have just listened to it, it would have been great. Mm-hmm. But because I'm producing this podcast, I have to kind of pause and write shit down and then go back into it. Plus, I'm doing it while I'm working, so my mind is not solely centered on.
Yeah.
So I'm just picking up the tidbits, and I'm like, "Oh, that sounds fucking amazing." Pause it. Oh, write it down. All right, back to work. Unpause. All right. Let's go. Holy shit, that was a good one. Write it down. All right, and then it's just mass chaos. And then when I have a minute or two, I take all of my.
That's
scratch.
A good looking notepad.
Well, because I took all of my scratch and I actually wrote down coherentness. Because my scratch, sometimes I can't read this. My scratch was hard to read.
Dude, you don't even want to see my penmanship on a good day when I'm not writing down scratch. Especially that's why like when I go to a meeting, I don't usually bring anything. I try not to bring really anything unless I have, something else, because everyone tries to write something down if you need notes.
Yeah.
Anyone in sales. But I can't write very well, very fast either. Okay. And I have to focus so hard on writing that I'm not even really listening to what they're saying.
He's saying, yeah.
And I just have to just sit there and just
I gotta tune in, all right?
Just tune in, listen. All you can just pick up on certain things, whatever. And most people, I don't know if they can immediately write things down when they're listening to something, which is the big problem. Like if you're reading a book, you can highlight.
Yes.
If you have something on.
I can write down a 3-word thought as the book goes.
Yeah.
Anything outside of 3, if I can't explain it in 3 words, I have to pause the book. Because I can't write the 4th word without missing what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I that's pretty much how I went. If it's a long fucking thing that I want to write down, then I have to pause the fucking book.
Yeah, it's difficult when you're, especially when it's in a different language. They're speaking different words fast, like all very similar, different sounding words you're not familiar with.
Yes, and it does. It's the first one, the Buddhism for beginners, was good because they took it slow.
You thought BJFF was tough to say.
Yeah, no shit. Buddhism for beginners. Jesus. But they took it very slow, and they walk you through it, and they take you through the main problems with the age of the book was written in, which I think was like 2015.
Okay.
So it's relatively, so they talk about abortion and how the Buddhists think about abortion.
What was their fucking take on that? Hold the phone.
Everything in Buddhism will come down to the two word, it depends. So it's all based on karma. Is how badly is this going to fuck up your karma? If you were raped and you get pregnant, it's not really necessarily going to mess up your karma that bad. If you're using it for birth control, your karma's fucked.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much their stance. Everything in Buddhism is it depends. Everything. Literally everything comes down to we have to take both sides and come to an understanding of whether this was good or bad. And it is not a clear-cut, cookie-cutter yes or no.
It's never white and black.
Yes, there is always three truths to a story. Her truth, his truth, and the truth. And I use hers and his as just...
that situation.
For that situation.
That particular scenario.
Yeah, it could be they, it could be them, it could be whoever the fuck you think it was.
Them, thy, zers,
but there's their side, the other side, and the truth. And Buddhism is always about finding the truth. So everything depends on the scenario.
And also, the truth depends on who perceives it.
Yes.
What perceived truths do you think that there are out there? And Buddhism definitely is the spot to question everything.
It is.
They question themselves.
They actually, their whole religion is based off of questioning, of the meditating. Meditation is just a question that you pose to yourself and actually deeply think about what that question means. I want stardom. Okay, well, with stardom, what does that come with? Well, it comes with wealth, but it also comes with 50 million people all knowing what you do at every single minute of every fucking day. Do you want that too? Because it comes with stardom.
Yeah.
It takes you down those paths of, do I really want to pursue this? Or is there something else that I need to pursue before I pursue this? It takes you down all these paths. Everything is about questioning. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah. Need to get rid of step 5, but I absolutely love it.
Yes, that's why we've moved on from step 5 just for now. Until we've maybe gotten closer to the enlightenment piece. But everything else is perfect. The questioning of it.
I love it.
They question themselves.
One more shot before we sign off.
Yeah, why the hell not?
You got anything? How did you get into Buddhism?
I have a friend. Yeah. Okay. So the Goozer, after college, this kid was a party animal, and it was a good time. It was always question everything kind of guy. I'd say you could classify him now as like a libertarian socialist. After college, he moved to Korea.
Damn.
And I think South Korea. He wasn't Dennis Rodman and that shit in the North. Cheers.
Cheers.
So he moves to Korea. Teaches English for kids in Korea. He's a good personality guy. He does well. He's there for 4 or 5 years.
Hang on.
At some point...
Hang on.
What?
He goes over and teaches English to kids. In Korea, how qualified do you have to be to teach English to kids?
Probably not very.
Okay.
Because I think he was a history major.
Okay.
Seriously. I don't think he was even a teacher.
Okay.
I'd have to double check on that, but I don't think this guy was even a teacher. So, but he was over there. He ended up moving to fucking Venezuela, I think. Or not Venezuela, Colombia.
Oh, yeah. He into that cocaine.
I don't think so. Yeah, a little bit here and there.
There's only one reason.
Who the hell isn't this? Not this guy. So the fucking Goozer. Well, you never know. He was there. But while he was in Korea, he had kind of discovered that, and he was just smart. He knew about it probably well before he wanted to think of it, and he said it is a life changer once you can get into it. He recommended a few books, the one that I was talking about, and I don't want to say that he had achieved it, but he's gotten, you get comfortable with the thing in the world around you.
Yeah.
If you can realize that you can just only really fix yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You just start with yourself. Everyone's got a grand scheme. There's no shortage of blueprints on people that think that they know how to control other people's lives. And they're all full of shit because all they think about is like how they can control their own lives and then control other people's lives. That's bullshit.
You know what I think
That's desire.
You know what I think is the saddest thing for Americans? And I don't know how many people know this. The most subject bought book in America is self-help books.
Mm-hmm.
So we are all just fucked up.
Mentally fucked. Yeah, I don't think the last 3 years that anyone...
And nobody understands that, though. Nobody understands that we're just all fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're all fucked, why can't we all be fucked together? Why do we all have to divide ourselves? Why do we all have to be angry at each other? Like, fucking calm down. Fucking drink, smoke some weed, take some mushrooms, do LSD, whatever makes you fucking happy. Just be happy with one another.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to be an asshole.
Yeah. The asshole part is what comes from desire. And it's just to be the powerful.
Yeah. I have more power over you, so I'm an asshole.
It's human instinct. It's going against, a lot of it is going against human instinct of body and DNA, and more going towards the mind and what it means to be human, what it means to have a soul.
Oh, for sure.
What it means to have morals, to know that just because you have this one life that you think that you live on this earth is really going to affect you and where you go past this level of whatever consciousness. And that part of it is a better way of teaching it than just don't do this or you're going to burn in hell.
Yeah.
Don't do this or you're going to burn in hell.
Yeah.
Don't be gay, you're going to burn in hell. Like, it's all of that shit is just a turn off.
It sounds better of don't do that or you're going to be a snail.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like,
just be good to people or you're going to end up a fucking cow getting slaughtered down at a McDonald's farm.
You want to be a lobster in the fucking bay? Didn't think so.
Yeah. Come back as an eagle.
Well, that'd be kind of badass, I'm not going to lie.
Come back as a fucking Komodo dragon or a fucking orca whale. The king predator of the ocean. Oh, my God. How good of a person do you think you'd have to be? Well, then again, you'd have to be a little bit psychotic, too, to be a killer whale.
Bro,
do you think that has an effect, like who you are personally, outside of just the good and the bad deeds, but like even like a personality trait-wise?
Oh, yeah. You can change your traits. It's
like
hard, but you can change them.
You'd have to be a next-level hacker of the Matrix for that shit.
Not really. You just have to... everything takes hard work, man.
Okay.
If you're an asshole and you want to be a nice person, you'll have to work every fucking day for probably years.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to just break your train of thought of being an asshole of, I'm a nice fucking person.
Yeah.
And I also want to let it be known that we say all of this shit about being nice people. But me personally, I know I've done some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
So there is no... like, we're not projecting this onto people. We're just saying that from here on forward, we're going to try to be better people.
Going to try to figure out that whole Nirvana thing.
Yeah, we're gonna try to not be assholes.
Yes.
I was and probably still am an asshole. I understand that. But I'm working on it. All right?
He's doing his best. It's just stay one.
Stay one, bitch. Sorry. Damn it. Fuck.
Your meter is ticking back the other way.
Fucking karma.
Starting to look more like a worm. I have a cousin who's, and it's funny that I should say this, so he can remain unnamed, but he's very successful.
Okay.
He's been in finance his whole life. Owns his own company. So he's always done very well.
Why the fuck aren't you working for him?
Because I don't know numbers.
Fair enough.
I barely know fucking letters.
All right, fair enough.
No, I was just never gonna be that type of finance guy. But we're fishing one time, and he goes to put the worm on, and he goes, don't you ever feel bad for the worm? I was like, what? When you put it on the hook, throw it out there so that other fish will come along and attack it and eat it, pull it apart so we can hold it above our head for a little while and toss it back in. I didn't say all that, but that's pretty much what happens.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't feel bad for the worm because I'm a man and I put it on a fucking hook so that I can catch fish. But the sport of it would probably go against Buddhist teaching.
But now looking at it and saying that worm could in some way, somehow be your great grandmother, would you now feel sympathy for the worm?
Yes, obviously. That's the question. But then at the same time, it depends, great grandmother. Let's think about, who they were. If it was on the Canadian side.
The problem
Canadian side, she probably loved it. And she was like, I'm gonna be put myself here specifically for my great grandson to catch me with. One. So
that's the problem that I have with reincarnation.
Are we toying with karma now? Are we toying with the reincarnation? Who knows? Yeah,
because I believe that with reincarnation, you would want to set up your loved ones in a better light than you were. You know what I'm saying? Like going into your rebirth, I would want to know that I am impacting my loved ones in the next life. Somehow, some way, I am benefiting them. That's my at least thinking of it is fuck me. I don't give a fuck about me. But how is my family going to progress through this rebirth and reincarnation? And if I have to be a fucking snail on the bottom of someone's boot so that T-Rex or our Buddha be willing, our unborn child, then fuck it. I'll be the snail and I'll get squished by the boot. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that they're set. I don't give a fuck about me.
Yeah, if you could sacrifice your own, yourself, basically.
I would be the worm. I would totally be the worm so that they could be princes and princesses and whatever they wanted to be. I don't think that's how it works because it's all about self. But.
One would hope. I was thinking of almost like a fucking Beetlejuice 2 style movie where you work in the reincarnation department.
Yeah.
And it's just two guys like us chilling there, just being
like, we never second cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this one will be live action.
All right.
And you're in the reincarnation department, right?
Yeah.
So your whole job and your whole existence is like corporate America, where you're never moving up. Like as someone our age, you're just always in purgatory. You're always in reincarnation department.
Yeah.
You've never even yourself
It's like the DMV of purgatory.
You have to work purgatory.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like that's your punishment.
Oh,
so
shit.
It's like
you got fucked up in life, bro.
So it's and this is a run on the whole thing is that you've just never left it, so they gave you the job there. So you just work there in purgatory forever.
Okay.
And then you kind of have, the quality assurance people who are more of like, making sure that, the process goes smoothly and this person gets this type of thing or, human resources. Could have a whole bunch of fucking parodies.
Bro, we could make
human resources.
This is a YouTube series, bro.
Death resources, basically. And
I got to get a green screen.
Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. And
Patreon.com/Leaving Earth Podcast.
That's Leaving Earth Podcast. If you sent it to Leaving Earth, take it back. Send us more money because it's the wrong one.
Good one.
The purgatory or the working it back and forth, it would be I don't know. I was just thinking that.
It would be like
someone call Michael Keaton. I think I got another role for him. The Birdman.
It's gotta be fucking Batman. We gotta bring Batman.
We gotta bring back Beetlejuice.
We gotta bring Batman down here though.
Yeah.
Bro, I would shit my pants if Batman came to my basement.
That's real. He was the one that had the seal, right? He had the seal.
He is broadcast. Batman, bro. 1989, 1991. He is Batman.
He's our Batman.
He's Batman. Robert Pattinson is.
You made me watch the fucking Adam West ones.
Bro, those are great.
Yeah, they're all right.
You know why?
They're funny. They're funny.
Big Bang got Adam West actually said this in Big Bang. I don't know if it was scripted or if Adam West came up with it. But you know why Adam West might be the best Batman?
Why is that?
The suit is 100% Adam West.
Yeah, that's true. It was just
everybody else has
cloth.
Everybody else has
suits, armor. Yeah, ridiculous. The size
the muscles,
of Batman,
the nipples and shit.
They've gotten bigger than NHL goalies' equipment. Okay,
yeah,
the Batmen are getting huge, and it's just ridiculous.
And
Adam West was natural.
Wear like 3-inch lift pumps. Like, what are you doing? How am I gonna look badass by wearing these gothic ass shoes that I can't even walk in?
Well, who's the most recent Batman?
Pattinson.
Yes, so they were playing that Batman on the big screen of the cruise ship we were on.
Did you watch it?
I caught about 20 minutes of it.
Bro, you should have watched that.
It's kind of the beginning, the church scene.
You should have watched that one. A good one.
It was pretty. It would seem pretty good, but we weren't into staying and watching the whole thing.
It's pretty cool though, actually. Like on the deck.
Oh, on the deck, yeah,
yeah,
right
it's
by
pretty
the pool.
Cool.
Yeah,
like as the sun goes down, like you can't see like the first 20 minutes of the fucking movie because the sun's fucking up.
Oh, they waited late. They put them on real late.
And
like
then you
8,
see
9
fucking
o'clock.
and then the screen, the credits come on. So this is at the end of the movie. The credits come on, and then everything goes black, and then you just fucking see stars, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The end of the movie was the best.
Yeah,
for me, but I don't even remember what movie it was. That because I was just so blown away by the fucking stars that I saw. But anyway, that Batman, Robert Pattinson is being the best Batman since Michael Keaton.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
Because he is bringing me back to my childhood of Batman the Animated Series, which is where I got introduced into Batman. So it's a cartoon.
Is that when they had the Dr. Freeze one?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Mr. Freeze.
That is
that's the live action one.
That's George Clooney.
You're right, that's the live action one.
Yeah, the cartoon has
I've seen the cartoon one, yes, Mr. Freeze.
So the cartoon one is Batman is a detective. And that is how I always perceived, because that is Adam West. Adam West was a detective. Batman's a detective.
Oh, he was not always a billionaire?
No, he's always been a billionaire.
He's always been a billionaire.
Always been a billionaire, but he was a detective. He wanted to find out the truth of the fucking crime. He wanted to find out who the fuck was doing it. He didn't want to just go and blow up shit.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to just go and fight motherfuckers. He wanted to figure out why he robbed the bank.
Yeah.
Why is Scarecrow crazy? Why is the Joker just fucking insane? Like, that was my Batman.
Yeah.
And Robert Pattinson's doing the best job so far.
Wow, it's bold. I might have to actually go watch that movie. Though.
It's a good fucking movie. It's a long movie.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that it's a boring ass movie, but they aren't looking at it from my point of view.
Okay. I don't actually. So you suggested that one, the Tibet. What was the Tibetan one with Brad Pitt?
7 years in Tibet.
7 years in Tibet.
So you have to
Ace
get
Ventura
over
2.
Ace Ventura 2. You have to get over Brad Pitt having a bit of an Austrian accent.
Does he do his best?
Not really.
Ooh, it was early on in the career. We'll let it slide.
Yeah, it was very early on.
I don't think he was picked for his acting abilities back then.
No.
No.
So this was set in World War II.
Okay.
Brad Pitt has golden blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
Austrian accent.
Oh.
Just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he went to the
Tibet.
He went to the Tibetan monastery.
Yeah.
Okay. This is starting to give me those
It was interesting
Nazi vibes. Is this the Sound of Music again?
For the first 45 minutes.
I would have rather had my Philip Rivers Sound of Music over that type of little play in.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Brad Pitt was a Nazi sympathizer in the movie.
What I find amazing is it was based on true events.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
maybe he got saved.
Maybe he did.
I don't know. I didn't see the movie. I won't give it away. You won't give it away. Maybe.
No, I won't give it away. Maybe he did.
No spoiler alerts. Maybe he did. Maybe he did get saved. Maybe he reached nirvana. Maybe you have gotten closer to your nirvana. You know? Come as you are.
Come as you are. Leave as you want.
Wow. We are leaving Earth. Oh, take it easy.
Peace.
We're done.